Hello, Virgo. Welcome to your romantic love reading for the month of December 2018. This channel is called The Witching Hour. My name's Michelle, and I am a witch. Smudging the cards for us. This reading is for the sign of Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Romantic Love, 2018. Please be sure to check your Moon and Rising signs if you wish. This reading also pertains to cross watchers for Virgo, but you must keep in mind that the reading might sound reversed. If you're watching this as a cross watcher, then the reading becomes yours for you. So it might take a while for the reading to make sense and for you to get used to it sounding reversed. You might have to look at the reading as your own, as if it were for your sign. Please use your own intuition to place the channeled information in this reading to your circumstances and relationship status. I'm going to be reading for past relationships, current ones, and for future ones being manifested. So the past energy might sound like past relationship dynamics or people that are leaving your life now or that you're exiting. Current relationships are for current people and current dynamics, and future is for future people coming in or future dynamics coming into an already existing relationship. I want to call forth the elements of earth, air, fire, water, and spirit, and I hail the guardians of north, east, south, and west, that we will gain clear perception and truth and direction for our lives, and guidance for our truest selves, for the highest good of all. So may it be. Past, present, future. Okay. For past energy, the underlying energy of the past is the long term. Something you've been working on and waiting for a very long time. I feel that some of you have waited your whole lives, or feel like you've waited your whole life for this to transpire. You've been working at it your whole life. So something of that nature. You're building for the long term. So we're talking marriage. We're talking a sense of permanence. Established moral values. Established way of life. The underlying current energy is the web, number 11. 11. Karmic. The web, in the traditional tarot, this would be the Justice card. What goes around comes around. Planting your seeds of good intention for you, for your highest good. You first, and that expands around. If your intentions are good, the results will be good. If your intentions are good, it might stir the shit pot and release a lot of crap into your life that needs to be flushed away and exposed for what it really is and blown away with the wind. You know, letting the universe do that for you, as opposed to maintaining a position of defensiveness and fighting. Just keep your energy centered on your truest self. Let your desires be what they are, without apology. Want what you want. Do what you want. You know, love who you want. Claim it and own it as your own. That's where we're at right now. And the good will come back to you. Sometimes when the bad situations come up, we think, oh my God, what did I unleash here? Did I do that? Hey, you guys remember Steve Urkel from that sitcom? Did I do that? And didn't he always have the best intentions? And we feel that way, like, oh shit, what did I just do? What did I just set into motion? But it's just for the release. And sometimes it just creates chaos. So every witch knows that when you're creating something, it creates chaos at first and then the dust settles. So don't worry. That's what I'm trying to say. It's a good message. For the future, we have the card of the Page of Swords and thought. So this is good. This is good. This is the ability to be able to stay centered in our desires. So let's look at the past here. Oh, we have our card, Virgo. I'm a Virgo sun, the shaman. In traditional tarot, this is the hermit, keeping yourself to yourself. Going within the eye of the storm. If you had the chaos around you and you were able to maintain these central, lifelong, long-term values and purposes that you have set forth and are now seeing coming to be established in your life, this is going within during the time of chaos that is first created. When you are casting this magic, okay? And you don't have to call yourself a practicing witch to create magic. We all do every day, okay? So that aside, it's coming to your center is what this is. Finding a sense of solidarity. If you see the wolf, he's there representing solidarity, divine teaching. Now this is the calm in the eye of the storm. The magic has created chaos, and like a pro, you have gone within and tried to stay centered. Centered. It's hard. It can be hard. In the middle, we have the Six of Discs, bounty. This is even Steven. It's like give and take, back and forth. You're finding fairness in your circumstances. Or you had found fairness, or you had at least broken even and gaining ground. And with the Five of Wands, I always forget to shut off the heater when I start my readings. I apologize. With the Five of Wands, where you think you are gaining ground, okay, can sometimes prove to be, oh, well, I thought I had ground. But I see that it's not even. There are five. It's change. But it's because there's a change in balance, and that may be what has created the chaos. You're starting to own what you want now. You are starting to really get in the thick of creation. And sometimes, that's what I was going to say when I had the Hermit card. Sometimes the chaos is what's used to promote your dream. Sometimes it's used as a motivator, sometimes something negative. Sometimes the chaos can be just a flurry of activity. There's nothing negative about that. It can be stressful. But sometimes within the chaos is a storm. You know, like a shit storm. You know, bad, scary. I'm gonna die. That kind of feeling, you know. Fight or flight. And we're being called to come to the center. Sometimes negative elements are in the chaos. You know, sometimes the universe will use someone who's stirring the shit pot, right? But karma means if someone else is stirring the shit pot, they have to lick the spoon. Thank you. And we have to try to not get too cocky about it, okay? And we have to try to not get defensive, because that throws off our clear-minded thinking about what we truly want. It keeps us from working from our heart center. But with this wolf within, you're going to stay, no matter what fear kind of knocks you off your feet a little, you know, knocks you off center is what I should say. There are dynamics in the chaos that may not make you feel like you're being knocked off center, but you're going to always come back. With this wolf here, the wolf is loyal, faithful, protective, right? Every dog holds the characteristics of the wolf. So if you have a dog in your life, you're more familiar with the dog's behavior because they're more domesticated. You know that they have that loyalty, that faithfulness, that protection. Big or small dog, it doesn't matter. They're devoted to you. You're devoted to you is what this card is saying. Spirit is it's almost like after a long time, Spirit saying, finally, you're devoted to you. Now we'll support that. You know, if you hold the energy of defending yourself against the chaos, you know, Spirit supports that too. But they try and get you to go to the next level so that you're not just defending yourself and in fear all the time. They'll help you and protect you from harm, even though you're afraid. But it's like the next step after that is, okay, there's still a shitstorm, but I'm not afraid. So that's the next step in the evolution of this dynamic and this process. And you are in it. You're in it to win it, and you're going to. But without that competitive nature involved. Okay? And you might feel it, and it might knock you off your center only momentarily. You'll keep coming back because of this wolf energy and because of your energy. And Spirit is supporting you, giving you fortitude, giving you the fortitude to stand your ground, hold on to that solidarity, and be a family of one within your core. And then that will attract other family members, your soul tribe, who will support that energy. So in other words, you're creating solidarity in your life, okay? You might be the lone wolf now, but not for long. So in the current energy with the web and the karma and the wheel of fortune, this is what this card is. It's the wheel of fortune. But it's everything, and it can also reflect the justice card, that everything comes back to you based on the truth of your core being. Like you're manifesting what's true to you. So we have the Knight of Discs. We have some stability here. Someone's offering us stability. Someone is coming into alignment with the core of who we are. They could be temporarily put there for assistance. It's a masculine energy regardless of gender. Could be another earth sign. But it's the Knight of Discs. It's slowing down the pace of what seems chaotic and fast and scary and bringing it down to stability by offering you something stable to work with or hold on to, regardless of the source of it. Because it could be someone temporary. It could be someone who's acting out of character, like maybe they're typically a jerk, but they come in to help you. Who knows? It doesn't matter. But it's part of the chaotic environment, and it's like this person comes in to help stabilize you. Now, I'm getting over here the energy back with the Six of Discs, this feeling of fairness. Something was set in place in the recent past, and I'm feeling absolutely certain about this, Virgo. Something was set in place by the universe. This was divine. I'm telling you right now, I feel certain of it. Set in place by the divine appointment to keep fairness within this situation. It won't waver. It's been placed there by the divine. It will not be removed. It will stay for as long as you need it to be. Until the stability is something that you can, that has taken hold and been established in your life, is what they just said to me. Okay? So I hope that's reassuring for you. For the middle right now, what it feels like is the Eight of Cups. The overarching energy or feeling of abandonment. Now, this can go both ways. In that feeling of abandonment, that promotes that feeling of chaos. Like all this shit's going on. I feel alone in the world. So you could be taking it from, and it could very well be something that was out of your hands that other people are doing. But the flip side of that coin, based on the way this card depicts it, that's how this card depicts it, this tarot set. Which, by the way, is the Celtic Tarot. Sacred Circle Tarot. It's a Celtic pagan journey by Anna Franklin and Paul Mason. In traditional tarot, this card does not reflect abandonment of you. It reflects the abandonment of you abandoning something. Okay, like, I'm out of here. That feeling. I'm getting the hell out of Dodge. Screw you guys. I'm going to start my own life. Bye-bye. So it's that feeling. Now, whether you're on the receiving end of it or the giving end of it, that's what's holding at the center. Now, remember, there's something that needs to be let go of here, right? And you're doing it. That's what's central, is you leaving behind anything that does not feel true to the core center of your being. That's why the shitstorm is happening. That's why things feel out of balance. That's why it feels like a competition of energy. What's it going to land on? Are you going to feel victimized by what others are doing or by how the circumstances make you feel, which is totally realistic? I mean, shitty circumstances make us feel shitty. There's no apology for that. People abuse you, you feel victimized. And that's absolutely the truth. However, the flip side, so it could be that first that I just mentioned, but the flip side is, okay, all of this stuff is going around. Yes, I was in fact hurt. Yes, I was in fact abused. Yes, I was in fact dealing with these real things. But they came and they went. What still holds true? All of this stuff, or what I still really want, this long term. For me to be in control of my destiny. For me to have the justice I deserve. Right? This is also the Justice card. Justice in number 11 in the traditional tarot. So the web is justice. And under it, I'm noticing, is illumination. And under that is the druid or the magician. So, interesting. You are manifesting your life. You are getting the support you need. Someone is coming in, and I feel that it's temporary assistance to help you get your ground back, that solid stability, so that you feel, instead of it's helping you turn around the energy of the feeling of victimization. Because when you're abused, you feel powerless. But you know better than that now. And you don't have to make apologies for feeling victimized because you were victimized, okay? You know, if that's the case for you, that is, okay? The universal lesson in that being, there comes a time when that feeling turns around. We don't condemn or criticize that feeling. Yes, people can carry on that energy and be, quote-unquote, play the quote-unquote victim, boo-hoo for me, you know, all through their lives, right? When it's like you look at their life and go, you had a pretty good life. I don't know what you're complaining about, you know. This is not that whatsoever. This is legit victimization. This is you looking collectively is what they're saying to me. Looking collectively at all the hurts. Taking stock. Taking stock. Not keeping score, but taking stock. Because you never gave yourself the credit that you naturally deserved for being the awesome person that you are, for being the awesome force that you are, is the word they just gave me. The force that you are. So, and I think maybe a lot of that force and that dynamic energy that you hold is a matter of jealousy and competition for others. And they bring that into you and make you feel like crap about it. Do you know what I'm saying? So in that sense, it's like, that might be the dynamic, is someone's trying to make you feel like a loser, and you come back, you did in the past come back with, no, I'm not, but you don't feel that way anymore. So it seems more like, while that may knock you off center momentarily, I don't see you holding that defensive energy for long. I see this stable energy. This fairness is what keeps coming back. It's like you remember, and the universe, the divine, is reminding you. They're helping you. They're helping you remember the stability of the force that you are. So it's like, when that happens, the feeling of victimization and abandonment starts to evolve and change and turn around, okay? And it's like, I'm tired. It's like when you've had enough. Enough is enough, and I don't feel this way anymore. I don't feel abandoned anymore. I feel that because I was left alone in this victimization feeling long enough, I started to vindicate and advocate for myself. I started to see my self-worth. And that is what turned it around. But the universe, the divine, the help they've been giving you specifically is reminding you of how strong you are. And that also reflects in the shaman, hermit card, that inner strength. That isn't pushing and forcing back against the situation. It's more of a going within and pulling up your own inner strength that you already have always had. So there's a lot of spiritual dynamic going on in this, and that's why it's kind of being drawn out into the details in the reading. There's a lot of underlying spiritual dynamic here. Okay. Oh, boy. So what's coming in the here and now, what you're facing, is the Death card. The transition. This is the change you are bringing about. You are bringing about a permanent change in your life. I think that it can be scary AF. I really do. I can relate to it. I can tell you. The transition is coming, but it looks like it's a good one. I'm going to get right into the future cards and then relate back to the Death card to see it in its proper perspective. Because we see the Death card sometimes and we get scared shitless and turn and run the other way. Like, oh no, I'm going to lose the fight. You know, but this might be what you're bringing. And you might not recognize that you're capable of bringing this kind of power, transformational. Like the shit you do is going to change lives. Does that make sense? Like you have that power to change lives, to call to an end the shitstorm. When you muster up your own power and say, I'm not a victim anymore. I remember myself. This is what the universe is reminding you of. The divine. Your spirit guides, your angels, your loved ones and ancestors from the other side are helping you rally your own strength, create your own solidarity from within. Then you will attract solidarity from without, like a magnet, to create this change that needs to be done. It needs to be absolutely finished for good. You know what I mean? It's like you want to call it, you know, time of death. I'm not resuscitating this anymore. I'm not doing compressions on this person anymore. I can't bring this relationship back to life. I can no longer sustain giving life to this dynamic. I'm calling it time of death, blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry, but it's got to be done. I got to pull the plug or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like, well, it's been, you know, I don't feel that it's been on life support. I feel like that you've been putting the energy into resuscitating. My apologies for using that example for any of us who have gone through that with a loved one. You know, I don't mean to make light of that type of actual situation, but that's what Spirit's showing me, is that it felt life or death to you and to us collectively. us. And I feel you saying us, because it was like a family or a group, or, you know, the two of you, us. It was like your world was us. You know, us was, or we was your world, you know, and you're having to, you know, pull the plug on it. But not after hardcore, really long-term resuscitation. But the universe keeps bringing me back to this middle row, the fairness. It's like you've done your part. You can now say, I'm calling it. I did everything I could, and now I choose to abandon this situation. I choose. I'm not in the role of victim any longer, because I've, in that role, in that position that I was legitimately put in, I gained my strength while I was there. In that healing and resting time where I was being, you know, kind of stepped on or beat upon or whatever by the circumstances, I rested and I healed. And now I'm coming back with my full force. You see? And it gives you the power to you abandon the situation after being able to take stock, is that phrase that came back from earlier in the reading. To take stock of all the good things and the bad things that have happened to you, the good things and the bad things that you've created, you know, and to give yourself the credit you deserve. To give yourself the credit you deserve to have. So, in this underlying energy, in the future of thought, we have rest, the Four of Wands. This is the minor arcana death card. Interesting. So we get the major arcana death card for the present, and following it for the future is a continuation of this death card. It's a continuation of this major transition playing out in your daily life in the near future. It's giving you time to think. It's giving you time to rest. It's giving you time to let go. And to know, it's like I feel peace in this. I feel peace. And it doesn't feel like a temporary truce. It feels like peace. But on the daily, it might feel like it's a temporary truce. And will we go back into battle? You know what I'm saying? No. Not if I can help it, are the words that I just heard. Not if I can help it. It's going to be the Three of Cups. It's going to be a collaborative celebration of the good winning out. The good is winning out. It almost feels like you've put your all into fighting for a relationship, into keeping it alive, and you've let it go and you've let it die, or what dynamics need to die, right? And because you went like absolutely no, it was like your no was absolute. You knew you were putting the relationship at risk for a lot of you, saying, you know, I could lose this person. I could lose this family because I said no. But my no is the truth, and I know it is. And other people have made me doubt it before. Like I didn't know what I was talking about. And I felt so abandoned and alone in my truth. Now I don't. I don't feel abandoned and alone in my truth, but I'm going to speak it. And when I do, these people might all go away. And that might be a good thing. You know, that might be a good thing. Or the bullshit will go away. You know what I mean? And you feel rest and peace. And it's not a temporary truce. That battling energy of the Five of Wands now is gone. It's leaving. You've changed it. And look what we have. They didn't just bring us the Six of Wands. They brought us the victory card, the Chariot. This is when, yeah, it may have been a shitstorm and those opposing forces trying to go in two different directions. But Spirit helped me hold the reins and move forward. I will have my victory. And in a big way. That gives me peace on the daily and celebration and clarity of thought. Shit. That is awesome. That is awesome. That is wonderful. Winner, winner, chicken dinner, huh? Wow, it's almost too hard to believe. Pinch me, I'm dreaming. I woke up from the nightmare, right? It can be gone. No more temporary truces and then back in the saddle again. No more. That's what you're ending. That's what you're ending. I'm ending arguments. I'm ending conflict. I'm ending feeling that this is a competition of who wins the most fights. Enough with that shit. Enough with that crap. Goodbye. No more. It's like that's the resolve that you feel, that I feel coming from you. It's like that's just not right. My life should be celebrated. My life should not have to be spent for the rest of the time from here on out healing, healing, healing all the time from all this abuse. I'm tired of it. Even if I feel like crap, I'm going to pull myself up and I'm going to keep walking on. I'm going to keep on. Keep on keeping on. But on my terms now, and you're abandoning the bullshit from before. You're abandoning it. And in just that forceful, resolute way of moving forward. That's the act of abandonment. It's like your dreams and wishes and your truest self are here, and you are forcefully walking towards it. You don't have your mind on, I'm leaving you. I'm leaving this bullshit behind. You're not focusing on what you're leaving. You're focusing on what you're moving towards with force. With force. Like running for it, running for the hills, but not in a way of being scared. Running for it like it's your life depends on it, because it in a way you feel like it does, like your life depends on it, because you've had to live without it for so long. You've tried fixing things for so long and healing things for so long, and feeling like you needed to heal yourself for so long. It's like, no, now I want to live. I want to live, and I'm gonna live. It's that resolve, and it makes you run forward towards your love, your heart, your life, yourself, you, and everything that you're going to be drawing into yourself. So here is our card. Underlying it is power. No surprise there. Witch's hat. Think like a witch. You are the center. And that's that cone of power. The witch's hat represents the cone of power. And that's what you've got in your mind. That's what's reflected here with this thought. That's what's going to create intuition, which is underlying it. That clarity of mind is where you get your power. And then that's going to fuel you into your future with the Knight of Wands. And under that is the Knight of Cups. Your power is steering your life now. And that's just what's underlying. What card do you have on top? Yes, Queen or King. The Wiccan Reed, Ethos. Your personal ethics are ruling the day. You know, but it's coming from a place of pure spirituality, not egocentric winning. Because you were never in it to win it, to prove yourself better than. It's like you know in the core of your being. You know what the truth is. Finally, you're giving yourself permission and willing to risk losing shit. Because the truth cannot be compromised anymore. Your inner truth of who you are. That's the truth that we're talking about here. Is dispelling the bullshit stories that people have convinced you of. That you're not good enough. Or that you're not as good as. It's like, no more. I'm good enough, and I can do this, and I'm going to do this, and I am doing this. Are you with me? Is the universe going to help me? They sure as shit are going to help you, and they're going to make it fair. You're going to get what you deserve. Absolutely. The truth will prevail. The truth of who you are. That's what the truth about this situation is. It's really not about the truth of who did what or who didn't do what, or what you think the truth is or what they think the truth is. You know what I mean? It's about the truth of who you are. That is the truth about this and why it's all happening and why you're going to prevail in the end. Because you will survive and be the winner, so to speak. You're going to finally be you. Like a star is born. Bless you, Virgo. I'm so happy for you, and I'm happy for me too. because this is the energy the universe is giving us. So thank you. Thank you, universe, and thank you, guys. I hope you liked that reading. If it resonated, please leave a comment and a thumbs up. Subscribe. And if you would like to connect with me for a personal reading or to make a donation to this channel, the links are in the drop-down box below. Until we meet again, Virgo, from my soul to yours, much, much love and brightest blessings. Take care. Bye-bye.